Good afternoon and welcome into Ted Hendricks Stadium, home of the Miami Dutch Lions. My name is Matt DiGregorio, bringing you this afternoon's action between Magia FC and the home team in the orange and white here today, the Miami Dutch Lions Football Club. So happy that you've joined us here today. Magia will be in the white and black kits. I mentioned in the orange and white kits for the Miami Dutch Lions here today. A little bit of a delayed start here at Ted Hendricks, as the starting goalkeeper today for the Dutch Lions is Michael Serdinsky. He started the last game against Magia, a game in which the Miami Dutch Lions won 1-0. In goal today for Magia will be Juan Ruiz getting the start. He'll be wearing number 30 as Magia comes in trying to earn their first win on the season as both teams approach the midway mark in the campaign. So happy that you have joined us here. It was pouring rain just about an hour ago in South Florida, and now the skies are blue, partly cloudy, very humid environment out there, which will certainly play a factor throughout the game. We're going to wait 1 second as Serdinsky is forced to go to the home team locker room, so will be delayed just a couple more moments here as the head officials talk it over once again. The AR over on the far sideline, keeping an eye on Serdinsky as he goes to the locker room. So we'll be delayed a couple more seconds here from Ted Hendricks. The Dutch Lions start off with Michael Serdinsky in goal. He comes in with a 1-1 record, does have the clean sheet against Magia in the opening match for the Dutch Lions. Tyler Zorans, Fabio Podmel, Alec Bravo, and Alex Benitez hold down the back line for the Dutch Lions, followed by Felipe Alvarez, Matthew Antolinas, Yari Steiger, Thomas Van Dyke, Juan Valentin, and Giuliano Roberts as Serdinsky has reached his way back to the goal mouth, and Magia starts with the ball here today. The Dutch Lions come out with a lot of intensity, trying to force the ball off Mahia's foot, and a nice play there as Zorans turns with it. The Dutch Lions know that this is a game that they must win here today to stay in the conversation for the playoffs, as Giuliano Roberts takes it off, and that touch just a little too far. Taken the other way here by Magia. Rivaldo Ibarra will take it on the near side, and that one makes its way out of play, eventually going the way of the Dutch Lions. Serdinsky gets his third start of the campaign, starting over Peter Wenzel here today. Wenzel getting the day off. Busy week it is for the Dutch Lions. They have 3 games in a matter of 7 days, all of them being played here at Ted Hendricks. Today, obviously, a home contest. Wednesday, a home contest, a makeup date against Naples. And then Sunday will be another battle of Miami. This one, Miami United and the Miami Dutch Lions. Miami United calling Ted Hendricks their home stadium as well. It is a real one is played down the near sideline here once again, and the offside flag goes up. Coaching staff doing a lot of work over there. Just one sub for Magia FC here today. Going to be a lot of work in this tumultuous weather, as this one is taken here by Alec Bravo, coming off a spectacular game. That far side back tandem between Zorans, who receives it, and Alec Bravo was just tremendous last game. And the 1-0 loss, as this one is intercepted now by Felipe Alvarez. Attacking opportunity upcoming. A good one-touch in the midfield there as Alvarez gains possession back. Weaving in and out of defenders. Trying to put a cut on as he gets triple-teamed there. Of course, the Dutch Lions have had 1-0 games in all 4 of their games so far. They beat Magia 1-0 in the opening match and have fallen in their last 3 matches to the Central Florida Panthers, Miami United, and Miami Beach, all by a score of 1-0. The Dutch Lions yet to let up in a second-half goal this season. The first half has been the issue, and it's been the later stages of the first half that have caused the problems for the most part for the Dutch Lions. Central Florida did score in the 6th minute. Besides that, Miami United and Miami Beach scored in the latter half of the first frame, and it's always an uphill climb after that as the back lines begin to tighten up. In the 4th minute of play now, turnover on the far side as Magia looking to attack now, trying to get their first real opportunity on Serdinsky here today. And there it is. It's an actual good opportunity as it slides its way through the 18. Taken now by Rivaldo Ibarra and sent wide of the near side post. You see the backup goalkeeper today, Wenzel, out there talking with Michael Serdinsky. Those two, very good relationship in the locker room, trying to get better via the knowledge from one another. Serdinsky coming from a top contender in the Division II level at Charleston in West Virginia. And Peter Wenzel, of course, now at Duke. So really good goalie tandem that the Dutch Lions have. Both of them also benefiting off of third-string goalkeeper Rick Hallkamp, who plays his ball over in Germany, taking a 6-week hiatus to come over here to help out the Miami Dutch Lions. So Rick Hofkamp back in the fold. He'll be the number 3 guy here today. Axel Flunk out today due to injury. So starting in his place is Matthew Antolines, who comes back from an injury of his own, and he'll receive the pass here. Antolines on the odd man break. Stops on a dime, head up here. It has a shot in and just wide of the post. A nice strike there by Antolines as the Dutch Lions look like they're trying to get into a rhythm here now. MDLFC have done a good job in the early goings. They come out hot in every single half to start, and then it kind of fades away. But right now this is seeming like a more complete effort as that one will make its way out of play there on the far side, going off of Esteban Dominguez. Serdinsky takes it on his right, surveys the field, and elects to go to his center back, Fabio Podmal, out of Minden, Germany. Plays his collegiate ball at Longwood. Steiger now. Yari Steiger, who's playing his soccer in Rome right now. As Antolines will take it on his right once again, surveys and moves it up to Thomas Van Dijk. The Dutchman will earn, I thought it was going to be a corner kick. It's actually going to go out for a goal kick. Deflected off of Van Dijk's head and works its way out of play. It's going to be Juan Ruiz to take his time and get over the ball. Huge game, as I mentioned, for both these sides. The winner of this game stays in it for the most part. Loser, not mathematically eliminated from playoff contention, but certainly it's going to be a significant uphill battle. So the victor of this game has actually an opportunity within the next week to really hop up in the standings if they can get 2 consecutive wins. That's how close all the teams are. Miami United 5-1. Everyone else either 3-2 or worse. And the goal differential for Miami United, not anything crazy either, just 6 goal differentials, but they have found out how to win close games, as that is something the Dutch Lions cannot say that they've done. Attempted through ball here, and it's going to be a foot race. Serdinsky thought about coming out, and here is the captain, Yanciel Crespo. Tried to center one there and eventually cleared down the field to Felipe Alvarez. Touch on the left here by Valentin, and a nice through ball to Antolines. It's a foot race. Antolines into the 18, just has the goalie to beat, and Ruiz with the save. Juliano Roberts on the second opportunity, and no harm, no foul there for Magia, who come away and force the Miami Dutch Lions to come up empty-handed. And a nice play by Zorans on the far side of the field, but quickly racing over here is Esteban Dominguez. Juliano Roberts in his first start in quite some time here, as he has the lone goal this season for the Miami Dutch Lions. That came in the 75th minute against this Magia side, eventually the game winner. Those two played a close contest the last time these two teams met. Just 1 goal to speak of for Majia's season as well, as they're in their 5th game. Both teams 2 behind in games played right now, so 2 games in hand on the rest. That goal coming by way of the reserve today, Mitchell Buitrago. Came in the first game, the opening game, which was a loss to the Central Florida Panthers, 4-1. Magia then fell to Naples 7-0, then the Dutch Lions by 1, and finally Miami United on June the 5th, 3-0. Back-to-back games here, Ted Hendricks for Magia. Bravo switches over to Podmal, who takes a tough first touch there, and this could be costly as Steiger forced to come back. Now we have an odd man rush there, eventually taken and left back. Through ball coming in, and that's just a little too far for Dominguez on the back post there. Head coach Robert Stoutenberg not happy on the far side in his second season at the helm of the Dutch Lions. Rivaldo Ibarra trying to play it through the box there and had Dominguez streaking down that far side of the box as Steiger with his head up. Alexius Alvarez Much better ball movement right now for the Dutch Lions as this one is played down to Juliano Roberts. Takes it off the head, and that could be a handball in the box as Felipe Alvarez asking the official why not, but the official says it's inadvertent and points to the corner flag for the first set-piece opportunity of the match. Felipe Alvarez right now is going over to the corner, trying to retrieve the ball here. Head official not happy with the jawing and the pushing of the players out there, just making sure as players match up tightly right outside the 6-yard box. Thomas Van Dyke, the lone man at the top of the 18. Alvarez, one of the top through balls, as he sends this one into the box and headed away very easily out to Ibarra. This broadcast brought to you by Topside Agency. If you haven't, go subscribe to their YouTube. Just 3 subscribers away right now to 700. Try to bump that up throughout today's broadcast. As Steiger will take it and send it over here to Alec Bravo. Take it on the right here by Zarans, and now clipped ahead. That one will go all the way back and work its way to Anel Jardines. Ruiz takes it. Now to Jardines once again with his head up, easily getting past Felipe Alvarez here as we approach the 12th minute of play here at Ted Hendricks. The Dutch Lions seem to have the upper hand right now, controlling the field of play, have more possession. Not by a ton, but certainly with a little bit of an edge right now in almost every statistical category through the first few minutes of this one. Taken on the far side of the pitch. Center forward to keep an eye out today on is going to be Yasniel Martinez. Going to be wearing number 23 in white, and you see Alec Bravo kind of shadowing him right now. Fans continue to file in here to Ted Hendricks. Juan Ruiz shouting out orders now to his back line. Ball went out of the air nicely by Bravo. And Michael Serdinsky now. Antolines. Taken by Valentin. And a 50-50 ball here, won by Magia. I've not said that yet today. As Dante Aldea comes across and makes the play. Van Dyke battling. And quickly cleared out to the far side. Man on, however, for Mejia as Alvarez fights for it. And eventually taken by Villagra there. Steiger banged up on the play as Podmal will race back. Npsl Sunshine Conference action here today. No goals to speak of as we're in the 13th minute. Rain staying away as of right now. The humidity level is just significant down here in the Miami area. The start of the match is 84. Humidity is 72%, so it feels like the mid-90s right now down on the pitch. And you'll notice the turf continues to be a little slick as that's been a common theme here in recent weeks due to the amount of rain. Hurricane season now in South Florida as it's taken here by Adara. Now worked as Mejia switches fields, and in an offside position there was Dominguez. He'll watch that one go out of play. Juan Ruiz not happy back there, shouting out orders to Mejia. They feel that this is a game that they can win. The Dutch Lions also certainly feel like they can handle Mejia here this afternoon. Mejia just the lone substitute on the far side. Have the advantage in almost every category that you can speak of here as Juan Valentin plays it up towards Juliano Roberts. Errantly kicked away now, taken by Van Dyke. Real opportunity coming as Van Dyke has a strike, and that does not even sniff the goal there, but an opportunity nonetheless by Thomas Van Dyke and a shot for the Dutch Lions. I mentioned no Axel Funk today. Had a really nice game his last game out. Juliano Roberts back to full health, the Napoli man. Starting in place of Damian Baltide. As Van Dijk will take it with his right. The 1-2 up ahead. Here's the opportunity for the Dutch Lions, and they score, but it's in an offside position. And the flag went up on the near side. An offside trap taken advantage of by Magia. And the back of the net was hit. The threads were strung. And no goal is allowed there due to the offside. Common theme here today right now is Alex Benitez using that wing. Zoran starting in place of him as Benitez was out last game. Zoran's with a really nice game last time out here against Miami Beach. And so Benitez had to slot somewhere in the lineup, and with the injury to Axel Funk, he takes out Funk on that left wing side, and he has been the focal point of the offense so far. Taken by Ibarra. And now the quick one-touch to Alvarez. Not enough on that. Turned over to Magia here, who will look to try to have an opportunity of their own. A good tackle by Podmal. And the Dutch Lions doing well here in tight space. It's been a challenge for them, getting those 50-50 balls and then retaining possession. Today looking a lot better, however, as Bravo will send this one back. Bravo, a Florida native, Weston, Florida to be exact. Natural center back from Central Connecticut State. Here's Podmal. The Longwood man will turn that one over and just out of the reach as Bravo forced to come back across. Good opportunity here for Michael Serdinsky in his third start of the season. Does have the win against Mejia's last time out. As Steiger will race after it. Clipped out there. Play on, says the referee. Podmal bodied off the ball, but eventually clips it forward here. Now Steiger going in the opposite direction. Elects to slow it down. Onside position here for Ibarra. Sends it towards the back post. Dangerous opportunity, and it's in the back of the net. Magia strikes first here. Just their second goal of the season. And I don't know if it was a miscommunication back there. Nonetheless, Magia scores, and I mentioned Yasiel Martinez. You got to watch out for him. He streaked towards that back post and got the header in. We'll take another look at it right now. What a ball it was from Ibarra, and nothing really that Alec Bravo could do about that. Just a perfect ball in. Serdinsky got beat, and Martinez nets just the second goal of the season for Magia. Their first goal since May the 8th. Over a month it's been since they've scored a goal in game action. And now Mejia's got to feel really good about where they sit here, getting the opening goal. Yasniel Martinez on the goal. Getting the start here today at the center forward position as Magia strikes first. And man, that offsides by Antolinas early on really makes you think there. Taken by Martinez here once again, and it has been the Dutch Lions with more urgency. It has been the Dutch Lions with more possession and more opportunity as the slide tackle comes in dangerous. And that one thrown away. Magia starting to act up a little bit over there as Zorans will take it and send it back to Valiente. The Dutch Lions have found themselves in a battle here right now, and you can see it. It's getting really chippy down there on the pitch as a yellow card is issued here, the first booking of the match. That's going to go against number 8, Carlos Lopez. So he'll get one in the 19th minute. Would not be surprised to see the Dutch Lions start to attack Lopez right in the center here. Just the one sub for Magia. So the more bookings that Magia starts to get as this game rolls on, the better that fares the Dutch Lions, as they won't be able to change more than one player. This one clipped in towards the box. Antolines could not get his hand on it. Benitez could not get his head on that. As Zorans takes it. He'll retreat here and center it right at the midfield line. Center back Fabio Podmal. Just out of the reach of Thomas Van Dijk, and Podmal not happy with himself. The Dutch Lions team has to feel like this is a surprise out there right now. Came in with high expectations coming into this contest. A full week of training that they finally got. Really their first full week of training as a complete squad. And now to surrender the first goal to a team that has just one goal prior to this in their first 4 games, if not scored in over a month, it's got to be a little bit of a shock to them. As they have been the better team without a doubt here so far. And maybe the goals will start to come here, but right now Magia has got to feel good about their start. Coach Rob Stoutenberg telling Juan Valiente to drop back here as he drops back into an onside position, fires that in, and Ruiz picks up the save. Juan Ruiz, his second save of the contest. And you see Stoutenberg told Valiente to sit there, and because of that, Valiente got the opportunity. Serdinsky takes it on his right, flips it over to Podmal now, who races down the pitch. Gets it out of the defensive third, and now sends it to Benitez. Race for the ball, and for the second time in the match, Benitez in an offside position. So the winger forced to drop back now, as Ruiz will take his time, approaching the midway mark of the first frame. Mentioned that Juan Ruiz started in goal. Dante Aldea, Yantiel Crespo, also in the starting lineup today for Magia. Turnover right now in the midfield. Steiger clips this one over. Still in an onside position here, where Ruiz wanted an offside call on Felipe Alvarez, who sends this one in towards the box, and that one a little too far for Juliano Roberts, the Northern Iowa man. He does have just the lone goal this season for the Dutch Lions. And when you talk about goal differential throughout the season, like that's the second tiebreaker. That matters. Head-to-head, obviously, the first tiebreaker when it comes to playoffs and the seeding. But right now, the Dutch Lions have lost their 3 games by a total of 3 goals, meaning that they have had 1-0 games in every single one of those and caught the win against Magia by the final score of 1-0. So the goal differential just -2, only 2 teams in the negatives, with Miami Beach having a 0-goal differential. But still very much attainable for Miami Dutch Lions to get up into the number 2 spot here in the Sunshine Conference. Good move here by Antolines. Matthew Antolines centers it and headed out of danger for the moment by Magia. And a whistle. Foul will go against Felipe Alvarez. Could have been sold there a little extra by Magia, as Carlos Lopez found his way down to the turf. Alvarez a little shaken up as well here. Head coach for Mejia is Oscar Gonzalez. The newcomers to the Sunshine Conference are Mejia, looking for their first win of the season in game number 5. As this one is sent in towards the box, 10 games in the season, so about the midway mark for them. As it gets by Benitez over there, and a foul, and they say it's in the box, and so it's going to go against Tyler Zorans here. A PK upcoming, and an opportunity for Mejia to grab a 2-0 lead. And it's Ibarra who's taking it. Everyone looked over to number 11, the man who sent that beautiful ball into the box early on. Take another look at the foul. Zorans shifting over and going down there, maybe a little easily on the far side of the box. Nonetheless, still looks like a penalty. Maybe embellished a little bit by Mejia. Looks like it's Christian Reyes over there on the far side of the pitch who remains down, number 24 in white. And that will be Serdinsky. And this is not new for Serdinsky. He's already saved a penalty kick this year. A man who is very composed in goal, and you see the usual starter in the last few games, Peter Wenzel, right behind the goal talking with Matthew Benitez, or Antolines, and Michael Serdinsky. Reyes slowly making his way off the pitch, and this could become an issue here with just the one lone sub on the bench for Magia. Antolina is getting some water here. As Serdinsky will make his way back to goal. Abaro coming off the assist, looking for his first goal of the season. Serdinsky 1 for 1 in penalty saves so far this season. What's going to give now? Just Ibarra and Serdinsky here. Rivaldo Ibarra. Stands over it. Serdinsky crouching down here. So good coming off his line is Michael Serdinsky, the man out of Charleston, West Virginia. As Ibarra, short shot, and nets it home. Serdinsky gets the wrong way. And Magia now up on the scoreboard. 2-0 have doubled their goals that they came into on the season, already having 2 today. Came into this game just with 1 goal already. And Magia, the first team to score more than 1 goal against the Dutch Lions this season. Take another look at it. Ibarra decided to stay cool, calm, and collected there. Go straight down the middle and bury this one home. We'll take another look finally once again. Rivaldo Ibarra netting that one home. Maybe just an inch to the right of Serdinsky. Nonetheless, nothing that Serdinsky could really do about it. So I mentioned it, Magia, the first team to get more than 1 goal against the Dutch Lions this season. And that is just quite possibly the most shocking thing that I've seen all season long so far. A team that had 1 goal came into this game. If they got a goal, it would be a success. Now they've doubled their season total coming in. Doubled it in 1 game. So we'll see. As Benitez over on the far sideline. The Dutch Lions certainly want to try to get one before the halftime break. It's going to be an uphill climb for them. Serdinsky, a Polish native, as we get a penalty kick going the way of the Dutch Lions, the break that they needed. Back and forth we go. And in the 26th minute, there was a PK for Ibarra, and now it looks like it's going to be Felipe Alvarez with the opportunity. Let's take a look at it here. The throw-in from Zorans. Really good idea there, getting into the box. A touch there and going down. Clear and obvious penalty as Benitez draws it. Alex Benitez going down here. And Juan Ruiz trying to delay it. The head referee saying Ruiz and issuing him back into the net here. And so it's Alvarez now. Benitez and Ruiz exchanging words here. Alvarez trying to cut the deficit in half. Standing over with his left, Felipe Alvarez looking for his first goal of the season, and it's a save by Ruiz. The second opportunity, they score! The Dutch Lions on the board. It's Felipe Alvarez. Could not convert on the penalty, and the second opportunity gets it home as the Dutch Lions find themselves back into this one. Let's take another look at it. A shot, a great save there, and unable to get the rebound as Felipe Alvarez with the heads-up play, and he nets it home. The 29th minute goal, cutting the deficit in half here for the Dutch Lions. Felipe Alvarez getting his first goal of the campaign here, and I mentioned the Dutch Lions certainly wanted one before halftime. Now they can look to try to knot them up on the scoreboard here. Alvarez in the 29th minute. Zorans now, the chip pass forward, and maybe this is the wake-up call the Dutch Lions needed. They've yet to let up a goal in the second half this season. They've been so sturdy after the halftime break, just unable to net a goal, and maybe this goal wakes them up. They haven't scored since their opening game. That came against Magia back on May the 21st. Ibarra showing off his skill set here, sends a deviling cross through the 18. Taken now back into the 18. Touch across, and that one is whiffed up in the air. Serdinsky reaches it at the high point. Nothing that the captain could do there as Npsl Crespo unable to deliver the punch. The Dutch Lions trying to work the ball forward here now. Van Dijk on the ball. Whipped in, and Alec Bravo could not find Benitez over there as Alex forced to drop back. It's been an eventful first half if you're just joining us. First goal from Mejia came in the first 20, followed by a penalty kick goal that they scored just 5 minutes later. And now a recent development as Felipe Alvarez missed on the initial penalty kick, got the rebound, and was able to send that past Juan Ruiz. And this is where we sit as both teams allowed to get water here due to the humidity down there on the pitch. So a monkey off the back probably for both sides here, but certainly for the Dutch Lions now. As we approach the 32nd minute of play, still plenty of time here for the Miami Dutch Lions to get some kind of momentum before halftime. Skies have stayed blue right over the stadium. Clouds really around everywhere except for east right now. There is a chance of rain around 5 p.m., 6 p.m. this area, which means almost certainly we'll get some kind of shower between 5:30 and 6:30. But hopefully not. Hopefully the rain stays away for us here at Ted Hendricks. The head referee allowing both teams to get an extra couple seconds here to catch their breath. No substitutions made from either side up to this point. For Mejia, they have their backup goalie and just one field sub. As the Dutch Lions look to push up here. On the hop, Steiger sends this one down the line. Benitez will take it, and that one works its way out of play. Only the second time so far this season on a home game that Alex Benitez and Matthew Antolinez have been in the lineup together. And so that is where people continue to misconstrue the two. Both similar out there on the pitch, similar styles. Both can play the outside back and winger positions. Very talented when they're on the ball. As Antolinez has showed it defensively, Benitez has showed it offensively today. Mejia with the free kick now. Sorans drops back here. Same with Benitez. Juliano Roberts staying up as the center forward here. He'll be a man to keep your eye on. High kick coming in. The Mejia coaching staff did not like it. Nonetheless, the Dutch Lions will have the opportunity upcoming. A little over 10 minutes to play here as the head referee is signaling over one of the Mejia players right now. It's just going to get a talking to. No booking, I don't think. I think it's going to be a last warning saying no more, no more. Valiente going over to hear what that was about as well. Is Reyes, the Mejia man, who drew the penalty earlier on, forced back to his outside back position. Zorans attacks the ball. Valiente drops back, and it's taken now, going the opposite direction. Valiente outrun here. Mejia, another opportunity, whipped into the box. And that one cleared aside for the moment. Valiente sends it down to Alex Benitez. Unable to control it, and Mejia will stay in there attacking third now. Touched in the midfield. Ahead to Ibarra. Now centralized. As that one will be taken here now by Michael Serdinsky. For the Dutch Lions, after this game, they will have a game Wednesday here at home against Naples United. And that will officially start the second half of the 2022 campaign here in the Sunshine Conference. Every other team, besides these two, have found themselves past Game 5. Right now, this game number 5 for these two sides, as these two clubs will not meet again this season. Game number 2 between them, both Miami-based clubs. Last time that Mejia has to come to Ted Hendricks this year, as Zorans will take his time here. Sends it forward to Van Dijk. Takes the touch, sends it over now. Here is Felipe Alvarez, the man with the goal so far. One of the few returners for the Dutch Lions this year. Steiger, and that one intercepted in the back. And Matthew Antolines now loses the challenge to Ibarra. Numbers forward here for Mejia as Steiger shifts out to the outside back, playing more of a central defensive midfield position. Ibarra bouncing off defenders, and Zorans does a nice job at sending that the opposite direction. Now Mejia racing down. Here is Esteban Dominguez, and Zorans stands tall over there on the far side. Nonetheless, a corner upcoming here for Mejia. Jardines is going to move his way up into the box. Ray is forced to come all the way back. Not a lot of communication coming by the way of Juan Ruiz, who has 2 saves in goal already. Actually 3 after the penalty kick save for Mejia. Serdinsky forced to just make the 1 lone save so far. Ibarra taking his time now on the far side corner. No one has marked up a man on the far side there for Mejia. Ibarra elected not to go to him. Taken now by Antolines. Van Dijk moving the other way. Tries to center it as Alex Benitez wins the battle here in a foul, and that's kind of surprising as it looked like Benitez took the blunt of that. And rightfully upset here is Alex Benitez, who's going to be forced to go all the way back. He won the battle there, won the body position, and still got whistled down for the foul. That's one that the Dutch Lions are going to want back after they review this first half. Ruiz forced to play quickly. Pressure here by the front troops for the Dutch Lions. And Van Dijk will send this one out of play. About 8 or so to play, plus stoppage time. First half has certainly been an entertaining one. The Dutch Lions went behind 1-0, and then it was 2-0, but then quickly returned with a penalty kick opportunity of their own, eventually capitalizing. After the missed penalty, Felipe Alvarez got his own rebound, beat Juan Ruiz to the near side. And as Alvarez taking, and I think the referee was going to say play on, but Alvarez unable to regain his balance here. We've seen Alvarez and Antolines switch sides now. Or, excuse me, Benitez switch sides now. Alex Benitez in an offside position now for the 3rd time here in the half. So another turnover against the Dutch Lions here. Valiente racing after it, applying pressure, and eventually cleared out of harm's way. Antolines the touch to Steiger. Time and space here for Yari. Steiger surveys, and here is Alex Benitez, the 4th time now in an offside position. Fabio Podmal, the center back, also none too pleased with the call. The AR having words here with Alex Benitez. Alex Benitez plays his college ball at Heartland, a natural right back from Barcelona, Spain. Playing as a winger here today, and that one in an offside position. Everyone was looking over, and the AR had a delayed reaction over there as well. Kind of let the play develop. As this game has slowed down, back and forth it went in the first 30, and now in the last 10 it has been a very slow-moving affair. Serdinsky. Along to Podmal. Still time to muster an attack here as Matthew Antolina is on the ball. The nice touch by Juliano Roberts, but out of the reach of Alex Benitez, who applies the pressure to Juan Ruiz. Benitez will get the foul. Head referee saying that one of the players is going to go break your leg if you continue to do that here. So Benitez will certainly retreat after that comment as he turns, tries to find some space here. All the way up here in the broadcast booth, we can hear what's going down on the pitch, trying to bring you as much insight as we can. Matthew Gregorio here, Topside Agency, bringing you today's broadcast. Fans continue to make their way in here today. If you're just joining us, 2 goals by Magia. The Dutch Lions answered with one of their own. But right now where we sit, Magia would overtake the Dutch Lions in the standings, which would push the Miami Dutch Lions down to the last place mark, something that they could not have even dreamed of being in or imagined being in before the season. A team that was a surprise to many last year, but certainly a very talented squad that has returned a couple of those guys as Alex Benitez onside here checks in with the referee in time and space here as he'll fire that one wide of the cage. And I think the numerous offsides by the man from Barcelona, Spain, kind of affected that play as he first looked over to the AR to make sure he was onside. He said, hey, am I onside? Checking in with that AR. And the AR pointed to the far side saying, you're onside. And that left him a step behind there. You can see his hands on his head, frustrated with himself, as Benitez has had an up and down first half. Very skillful player on the ball as Valiente intercepts on the goal kick. Nonetheless, Reyes will take it for Magia. Zorans. Touch forward by one of the goal scorers. The first one, Yasniel Martinez. Matthew Antolines. Fabio Podmal. Now Alec Bravo as Van Dijk makes a run. Zorans instead takes it. Zorans getting clipped from the back and a set-piece opportunity now. Alvarez trying to get Mejia to move back. And now the Dutch Lions will have an opportunity here to develop a set piece. Felipe Alvarez has a very nice out-swinging ball. Might try to send this one towards the back post. Podmal is working himself forward here. A lot of size in the box right now. The 3 tallest players all in the orange kits right now. Maybe even 4 with Van Dijk moving up now. Juliano Roberts there. Also, Juan Valiente, as that one is headed away, will stay the way of the Dutch Lions. Van Dyke goes and retrieves a ball from the goal line. Zorans now down to Van Dyke. Touched along the 1-2 here. Felipe Alvarez gets space, headed in, and Benitez unable to get it. Now Valiente with the opportunity. And that one whistles wide of the net. As the Dutch Lions look to try to have their equalizer there in the dying seconds here of the first half. Right now, the Dutch Lions continuing to try to push the pressure, push the pace, and catch Magia off guard. And it's been Magia who is countered with fouls and offside traps. That one won there by the Dutch Lions. Antolinez refrained from touching it. Ibarra none too pleased as that is sent right to Ibarra's chest by Antolinez. So right now in the referee's discretion here, offsides, however, is Magia, and Fabio Podmel goes over and clips Martinez there. The Dutch Lions maybe with one last opportunity to attack. Jari Steiger taking it, time and space in the central midfield, passes it, and Juliano Roberts following now. Have not said his name a lot in the latter stages of the first frame. As the first half winds down here, Serdinsky will take it. We'll roll this out to Steiger. Probably about 2 more minutes, I'd say, considering the water breaks and the penalty kick opportunities, also the 3 goals, as Valiente goes down hard there. And Magia all around the ball. And I wonder if the head referee today is going to start booking and issuing some cards here as Magia continues with their gamesmanship, getting right up close to all these set-piece opportunities. The talented Jari Steiger now. Juan Ruiz in net. 5 players push forward here for the Dutch Lions. Steiger has a rip inside. It's off of Alvarez. Ball still loose. And now Podmel just waves his leg at that. And Martinez in an offside position there, and the AR on the far side of the pitch got that. What could have been an issue there as Podmel had kind of just waved his leg at it. The Dutch Lions trying to make the most of these extra couple minutes of stoppage time due to the humidity breaks down there on the pitch. Van Dyke overruns this. Working the other way now is Magia. This time Martinez in an onside position here. He moves forward and eventually off as the AR with the late flag, and you can see why Majia's coaching staff and their fans are none too pleased about that. 3rd consecutive offsides call in about 2 minutes on to their number 9, Yasniel Martinez. Over to Zorans, a nice one-touch over to Juliano Roberts, trying to settle it down now. Could be the last attacking opportunity of the first half as Zorans upended on the far side of the pitch. Dante Aldia has had a heck of a first half defensively for Magia. A fight for it. Alvarez keeps it alive. And now Magia an opportunity to go the opposite direction. Into the 4th minute of stoppage time now. And Alvarez showing off his pace there. The wheels coming all the way back as a slide tackle opportunity on Serdinsky. And that one will be sent over the net as Crespo, the captain for Magia, unable to keep it downstairs. And just as Serdinsky touches it, we get the halftime whistle, and what is right now a shocking result in the Sunshine Conference as the midway mark has hit. Magia 2, the Miami Dutch Lions 1. It was Martinez and Ibarra getting the 2 goals for Magia. Felipe Alvarez answered 3 minutes later after the Dutch Lions went down 2, and that's where we sit 2-1 at halftime. We'll be back with the second half coverage after this break. Welcome back here to Ted Hendricks Stadium. So happy that you're able to join us here. Afternoon action with what was really an electric first half here today. Magia FC came out and they weren't the better team in the first half, but they are the better team on the scoreboard. And at the end of the day, that's what matters in a game like this. A game where the winner will most likely stay alive and the loser most likely will look at their playoff chances and see them diminish. As the Dutch Lions were certainly the better team in the first half, but it's not shown on the scoreboard. And because of that, Robert Stoutenberg decides to change up his number 9 with Damian Baltide. An opportunity created by Baltide there, and Juan Valiente will head that one into the keeper Juan Ruiz's hands to start off the second half of play. So just that one change to note of, Juliano Roberts comes out, still maybe not fully fit to play the full 90, and so they turn to the man who led the team from Tusculum in the NCAA Division II. That's Damian Baltide wearing number 10 as Juan Valiente has moved up into that central forward position. Baltide juggling it, keeping it alive on the near side, sending it into the 18. Here's Benitez, and that one sent wide and cleared out for the moment as Benitez and Baltide will figure out who's going to take the set piece off the corner. Huge corner kick upcoming. First minute and a half has just been the gas on the throttle here for the Dutch Lions, who are in desperate need of an equalizer. That one headed up, still in the 18. Alvarez sends it deflected, and that one wide of the cage here once again. And so another corner kick upcoming for the Miami Dutch Lions. So the Dutch Lions will restart off their set piece formation as this one is fired into the 18, headed along and eventually making its way out of play in favor of Magia. Stoutenberg is up and talking with the boys for the Dutch Lions. No changes to speak of for Magia. Same 11 out there that started. Alvarez and Ibarra going head-to-head, 2 of the 3 goal scorers today, as Serdinsky is forced now to get back into his line. Taken on the near side here for Magia. as Balti shifts all the way back, playing that wing position right now as Valiente is worked into the number 9 slot for Roberts. This one fired in, and Michael Serdinsky will let that one go out of play. Esteban Gonzalez out there, as well as Yanciel Crespo, two of the players who have had real scoring opportunities. Neither of them have put it in the back of the net, though. Valiente shifting back. Benitez shifting into that number 9 role now as Van Dyke takes it on the wing, fires one through, and that was a dangerous cross there. One of the best that we've seen this season from Thomas Van Dyke, and just was unable to beat the last man of defense for Magia. Short corner played to Thomas Van Dyke. Overlapping here is Alvarez, chipped across the box, and Juan Valiente unable to get over to it. That ball skipping on the slick turf. So goal kick upcoming here for Juan Ruiz. Ruiz made 3 saves in the first half, all coming at critical times. Although Felipe Alvarez got saved on that one penalty kick, Juan Ruiz was just unable to hold on to the rebound there. And he sends this one directly out of play. Ibarra is none too pleased as Rivaldo Ibarra on the far side of the pitch, hands up in the air, saying, "What are you doing, man?" As that one now played out, and Mejia will overtake. Nice body position there from Ibarra. Matthew Antolina is whistled down. So Serdinsky, the last time out for the Dutch Lions against Mejia, had a clean sheet. Had allowed just 1 goal in his 2 games this season. They've allowed 2 here today. Mejia had 1 goal all season coming in, and they've scored 2 here today, which is definitely the more surprising stat. Our head referee today doing a really good job at ensuring that this game stays well-rounded out there. He's made sure that both teams are not getting too aggressive with one another as Balti takes this one out of the air, pushing forward, and Balti loses it in his boots. Now taken on the corner, sends it out to the far side. Alvarez looking across, beats his man in, sends this one towards goal, and it's deflected. And the speed and tenacity of Felipe Alvarez shown on display right there as Van Dyke overtakes it. Touched by the referee, and so it's going to be a drop ball. The Dutch Lions will send this one back to Steiger now. On the reset here, Damian Balti. Balti working with pace and has aggressiveness, and play on, says the referee. Inadvertent contact. Both players getting tangled up with one another. Now Bravo. It's been a full onslaught of attack here by the Dutch Lions. They feel that they're the better team. They've been the better team out there as Mejia is on their heels right now. The Dutch Lions, full force attack mode now. Their season in the balance here, and we're not even through the midway point, but they know it. This is a must-win game. They have to get 2 here in the final 45, which has now found its way down to the final 40. This one driven back now. Reyes forced to retreat, and he'll chip that one forward, getting it towards the midway part. Is the midfield line of the pitch is going to be where Zorans will throw it in from. Didn't get all of it. Podmel shifting forward now. And a through ball coming in. An offside flag comes up. Nonetheless, Serdinsky had that. Fourth time actually, that we've seen Yasniel Martinez commit an offsides infraction. Does have one of the goals here for Mejia today. Been Mejia's best game so far this season as well. Team that lost by 7 to Naples. The next opponent for the Miami Dutch Lions. That game will be an 8 p.m. start time right here at Topside Agency. And here at Ted Hendricks, I'll be here bringing you the action as the Npsl Sunshine Conference season continues on. Taken by Alec Bravo now. The Dutch Lions just feel like they've got to be on the verge of getting one in the back of the net here. Baltine looking for someone to move the ball to. As the Dutch Lions trying to create some kind of opportunity here. Creating scoring chances. That's what this man, Felipe Alvarez, does. He's netted the lone goal for the Dutch Lions here today. He'll be relied upon heavily here in the final 45. Now down to actually the final 35 about as that one's punched away. An opportunity here for Alvarez, who sends it wide, and that one is cleared away. Nice defensive play there as Ruiz punched it into a dangerous area. And a nice job shifting over there for Mejia was Carlos Lopez. So a corner kick upcoming now. Baltine will be the one on it. Alex Benitez will shift now into the middle of the 18. Now working more towards the 6-yard box as the hand goes up for Baltine. On the back post is Fodmal. And the Dutch Lions wanted a handball there. We'll see if we can get that for you. The Dutch Lions certainly up in arms in agony about how that was not a handball as this one is sent forward and Serdinsky will take it. Interesting play here as we have a second. Zoran's taking it and going the opposite direction. Baltine now. Steiger. The Dutch Lions continuing to try to push it upfield. Podmal now. As this one is sent forward, Valiente lets it go through. Alex Benitez taking, and he is fouled, and it is going to be right outside the box, I believe. We'll take another look at that. Good job here by Topside Agency. And they wanted the handball there. I don't think that it was an inadvertent handball. I think it inadvertently hit the hand of the Mejia player on the corner kick. We'll take another look at it. Podmal went up for it. The head came down. Both players collided, and it was the initial play on the inadvertent handball. And so the head referee deemed that was not worth a penalty. And so as you see right there, when Podmal's head went to it, that was when the infraction occurred right there. Good job there by our replay crew here at Topside Agency. As it is going to be another opportunity here. Alvarez and Van Dijk have issued away Yari Steiger, so it's going to be one of the two. Another opportunity. It's not a must-have yet for the Dutch Lions, but certainly starting to get to that time. 35 minutes of play left down there on the pitch. Both teams feel how big of an opportunity this is, how big of a momentum swing it could be. Van Dijk touches it. Alvarez drives it in and scores! Felipe Alvarez is the man here today! The Dutch Lions strike, and what a goal by Alvarez! Van Dijk issued the warning, and Felipe Alvarez delivers the knockout punch. 2-2 our score! What a goal as we take another look at it. Both of them set up. Van Dijk had his eye on the goal. Alvarez tiptoeing it, and he thought about it, did Van Dijk, and Alvarez rips it home, delivering the strike and his second goal of the contest. Knocks us up with the equalizer at 2, and the Dutch Lions are rolling now. The Miami Dutch Lions have to feel like it's their day now. As Mejia struck for the first two, they're back to within equal distance here as they're 2-2 on the scoreboard. This one now quickly the other way for Mejia. A nice play by Podmal to get in front of it, and it's sent away by the goalmouth. Serdinsky will get the goal kick. And Alessandro Granados preparing to check in here for the Dutch Lions. Granados in, and we'll see who checks out here for the Miami Dutch Lions. Ball moved forward now as Benitez wants the handball. Up in arms once again are the Dutch Lions. And that one wished forward. It's right to the hands of Juan Ruiz. And so Kyler Zoran's day is done. And another good day as Granados comes in. Damian Balti now as the Dutch Lions look to try to take their first lead of the match. Looking to try to take their first lead since the 75th minute against Magia all the way back in mid-May. Switching fields here is Podmal. Taken off the chest by Balti. Good settle there as he drives this one into the box. The head comes in, and that one just wide of the cage for Juan Valiente. Zoran's making his way around right now as Valiente just goes wide. Composed play there by Granados in the midfield. And the foul, Van Dijk helping up Lopez there. So now both teams all knotted up at twos. Granados on, Tyler Zoran's off. And right now both these teams knotted up at two apiece. Serdinsky has really not been tested much ever since that onslaught, which was only like a 10-minute really attacking mode by Magia. After that, it's been all Dutch Lions, and another booking here against Magia. Yellow card being issued to number 20 for Magia. That's going to be Dante Aldea. So Aldea gets the second booking of the contest for Magia FC. And it just seems like the pendulum has swung all the way in favor of the Miami Dutch Lions, who've showed their grit, showed their determination, and have showed that they really want to come out on top here today. All knotted up at two apiece right now. They've been the better team for all but 10 minutes in this match. And right now the scoreboard not showing it. But it seems like it's only a matter of time right now until they get the better of them. As it's going to be out of play here. Alvarez is going to go over. And we see Ibarra get a yellow card. So that'll be the man who scored the penalty kick to give Magia the 2-0 lead. As Ibarra has been chirping a lot on that far sideline with Benitez and Antolines. Eventually said the wrong words to the referee, and the referee was having none of it. Keeping this game still at bay. Tempers beginning to flare out there as Van Dijk tries to push off. Play on, says the referee, as Van Dijk continuing to try to work his body position in, and eventually cleared down the near sideline by Magia. Quick restart here for the Dutch Lions. Intercepted by Reyes. Reyes trying to turn the corner. Two balls on the pitch right there. The AR says to play on, and it will go the way of the Dutch Lions. Interesting little turn of events there. Head referee pointing over to the AR saying that's the right call. As both teams continue to play on, all knotted up at two apiece. So glad that you've joined us. Sun's out, guns out. It's all fun and games here right now for the Dutch Lions, who are looking to try to take the lead. 2-2 on the scoreboard, thanks to 2 goals from Felipe Alvarez, one of the few returners this season to the Miami Dutch Lions. Yari Steiger getting taken out, and Granados turns it over, and the clip coming in. Maybe a little embellishment here by Dante Aldea, who's got to be careful, got to keep his temper here. Already having received a yellow, and Juan Ruiz getting his last warning. And he just said another wrong word, so he gets booked for the yellow card. It's a good thing that Magia has 2 subs, and one of those subs being the backup goalkeeper right now, because another one, Juan Ruiz, getting the yellow. Things are getting chippy out on the field right now, as now we're up to 4 yellow cards, and there's a ton of talking right now on the pitch. No one for Magia is happy. as they're trying to work the official here. The official not having any of it. As this one's driven in towards the back post, header comes in and they score! Magia answers the 2, and out of nowhere, really, it's been all the Dutch Lions, no real opportunity at all. And it's sent to the back of the net by the captain. That is going to be a 3-2 margin now in favor of Magia. Npsl Crespo on the goal. And Crespo coming up huge here, making the deficit and the challenge that much more of an uphill battle. As you see Felipe Alvarez right now, the leader out on the pitch for the Dutch Lions, saying, let's go, boys. Let's go. They were rattled 2 seconds ago. They got 3 yellow cards within a matter of 5 minutes. And here we are. The Dutch Lions still finding themselves down now by 1 on the score sheet. You see the replay there. It was an interesting little turn of events there. All the yellow cards, all the chatter, and what a ball it was driven in there towards the back post, and Serdinsky just could not get his mitt fully on it. The assist going to Esteban Dominguez. Goal again scored by the captain, Npsl Crespo. And the momentum now back in favor here of Magia FC. So 2 goals now needed once again here for the Dutch Lions if they want to come out victorious. Antolinez is going to be shown a yellow here after he takes down Ibarra. And so now Ibarra, who does have a really nice set piece, going over to stand over the ball. All but Valiente back here for the Dutch Lions. Ibarra taking his time right now over it. Serdinsky trying to set his back line right now. 2-man wall right now. 3rd man Alvarez going over to join Antolinez. Damian Baltide has come back. He's shadowing Esteban Dominguez. As Ibarra fires this one in, and a nice save there by Serdinsky. 3rd save of the day for Michael as the Polish native comes up with the stuff to keep this game just a 1-goal margin. Taken here by Alvarez, and now to Steiger. Dutch Lions trying to work it forward here. Once again, the humidity, a real factor down on the pitch right now. Benitez, just not enough oomph on that one. As it's played and centralized here to Thomas Van Dijk. Playing now to the center midfield. Van Dijk, it gets chipped off, and they wanted another handball here once again. Dutch Lions trying to do their own job to work the referee. Played and turned here by Van Dijk, who cuts inside. Thomas Van Dijk really good on the ball right now. Trying to turn and send in towards Valiente. Now space created here to Alvarez. Inside to Van Dijk. Over to Valiente. Van Dijk goes down right outside the 18. Valiente double team trying to work it forward. And that is going to be out for a Dutch Lions corner. They're going to move Podmal back up there. Try to get as much height as they can. Dominguez is shifted back. Yanciel Martinez, the only man up for Magia. Matthew Antolinas and Yari Steiger going over to shadow him. Michael Serdinsky has worked his way all the way out of the defensive third here as Granado sends in a beautiful ball towards the back post and just headed before it got to Fabio Podmal. Damian Baltide aggressively going after that one. Whiffed forward here by Magia, but enough to clear it out towards the near side touchline. Nice play here as Martinez moves the ball forward. Podmal nicely shifting back. And Podmal, great body position. As this one sent in towards goal. Yari Steiger standing on his head right there. Forcing that one away, and now it's clipped here. Going down hard is Benitez, knee-on-knee contact on what was a very aggressive foul there by a man who's already on a yellow card, Dante Aldea. See if one of the athletic training staff people are going to have to come out here. Must be actually a real kind of hurting right now for Alex Benitez, as he remains down. Yellow card issued now to the man who has the goal that's the difference right now, Npsl Crespo. As Crespo now the fifth man to be booked for Magia. They've stuck with their starting 11 throughout it, and we have ourselves a water break right now as the athletic training staff tends to Alex Benitez. So both teams getting some water, hydrating on their sideline over there on the far side, all the way up in the broadcast booth. Matt Gregorio bringing you today's action. Topside Agency also alongside as Fabio Podmal standing over the ball right now, knowing that his team probably needs to, if they want a chance to stay in the playoff conversation in the Sunshine Conference. What an uphill battle it would be if they lose this, or even a draw, really, as Alec Bravo will take it. Bravo delivering a through ball. Alvarez running onto it and just skipping forward here. Really tough to play those high arcing through balls here at Ted Hendricks due to the wet turf. This one cleared out by Ruiz on the sideline. Ibarra forced to come back, and you can see why he's frustrated. Ruiz continuously has not kept the ball in bounds on his goal kicks. And they started off short and have now increasingly gone more downfield as Ibarra will just send this one forward. Shifting over here for Mejia right now is number 9, Esteban Dominguez, and that one will be sent over. Serdinsky will come out and touch it. Granados on the ball. Turns and looks it back to Bravo. If this stands, Mejia will jump the Miami Dutch Lions through 5 games with 5 games to go and really force MDLFC to win, almost essentially win out, which is doable, especially with the close games that they've had against the other teams. This is a Mejia team that has not won a game. They're 0-4. They've lost their games with a goal differential of -14 right now, including a 7-0 loss to the team that is on tap for Wednesday here at Ted Hendricks. Standing over the ball here is Crespo, as Npsl has the 3rd goal for Mejia, also recently booked as of now the 5th Mejia player to be booked. About to see a change on the far side of the pitch as well for the Dutch Lions. Ibarra works forward here. Serdinsky comes out and corrals it. Looks like it's going to be Nico Kogwa over there as Valiente takes it. They need some kind of spark here in the attacking third as Steiger now along to Damian Balti, who chips it up forward. Benitez in an onside position here. Alex Benitez working down his defender, trying to find some space. Here's Granados. Time and space for Granados! And it's just wide over the cage. Granados couldn't put it on, as a great play there for Alex Benitez. Able to create the time and space, and after his long and lengthy day running back and forth down there on the pitch, which is close to 100 degrees down there with the humidity, looked like he was going to get the break, and now he will, as Nico Kogwa will come in. Granados putting that one in a place which was a really difficult place for Juan Ruiz to come over and make the save. As Ruiz makes the dazzling stop there. Leaping up, hand just raised over the crossbar. This one dangerously played in once again. The service coming in down low. And a nice play there by Granados, recognizing how the ball is skipped here today on the turf. And he was able to see a lot of that as going down hard there is Bravo. A 2-on-1 here for Magia as they look to ice it. Ibarra will take the shot and rip it past Serdinsky. Magia scores. That's one Serdinsky is going to want back. And a 4-2 margin now for Magia FC. Alec Bravo down there on the far sideline got bodied by Ibarra. And now 4-2 in favor of Magia. Hands on the heads for the Dutch Lions. As the head referee telling both sides to get water, and that might ice it here, barring some kind of comeback in the 20 minutes or so that remain in this contest. Radinsky's going to want that one back. But Ibarra with just a heck of a strike there as we take another look at it. Ibarra creating so much space, and it was only Matthew Antolina's back. Podmal raced back there from the corner kick, and that one just sent towards the near side post. Goalies never want to be beat on that near post, and Serdinsky found out a position there just a little bit off his line. And the pace of Rivaldo Ibarra's shot gets his second goal of the match. And an assist as well as Nico Kogwa will come in for Benitez. Also a goal, or an attempted opportunity earlier I mentioned by Alessandro Granados. He saw the first 45 minutes on the bench, and I think it helped him as he entered the game in for Tyler Zerons. When he came in, Granados saw the way the ball had been skipping on the turf, tried two low balls, which actually got past defenders on the set piece opportunities. Nonetheless, it was an odd man break the other way for Mejia, which eventually resulted in the goal for Ibarra. And they have doubled their lead up on the Dutch Lions here once again. And so a draw would now be spectacular in the eyes of MDLFC as they came all the way back from 2-0 down to knot it up at 2 apiece. Athletic training staff and goalkeeper Peter Wenzel looking over there at Alec Bravo, who continues to stay down on that far sideline. It's actually Yari Steiger who's down. Steiger remaining down over there. Really tough player. Yari Steiger playing at SMI Rome. Another German native. First time playing in the U.S. And fellow German Peter Wenzel over there, one of the team leaders, trying to help Steiger. Both teams remain in the stoppage of play here. Into the 77th minute now. Still probably about 15 to 20 minutes of play, though, due to the stoppages, as Steiger will limp his way off over there. So right now, just 10 men on the pitch for the Dutch Lions, including goalkeeper Serdinsky. There are options, however, on the bench. Lucas Labatt trying to get ready quickly. Felipe Alvarez telling everybody to keep playing. As he's turning, Alvarez is going to have to try to get an answer here. He has been the offense for the Miami Dutch Lions here today. Nice play by Fabio Podmal, another German, sending it the 1-2 between Granados and Balti, just unable to gain any kind of traction there. Now Podmal steps up, fires this one forward here. Juan Valiente racing after it in great body position there by the Mejia back line. It's been the same 11 throughout the entirety of the contest for Mejia. Great play there by Vince McCoy. We haven't said McCoy's name at all today. but he has held it down strong in the center back position. Serdinsky to Granados. Granados now to Damian Baltide. Baltide racing forward, the 1-2 between Valiente, now back to Damian. Baltide fires it in, and that one just headed away out of harm's way for the moment. Steiger, who gets back out there on the pitch, gave it a go, and just missed wide of the cage. Coach Lucas Martirana is trying to urge on the troops over there alongside head coach Rob Stoutenberg, as the two coaches are trying to get any kind of offense or any kind of pressure out of their front five right now. That one working its way out of play. See one of the Mejia players cramping right now. That's just going to add more time on the back half. As we saw in the first half of play, the head referee has no problem adding on minutes. It went 5 extra minutes in the first frame. And now in the second half, the athletic training staff forced to come out and check what looks to be like a cramping player for Mejia. Lucas Labatt about ready to check in. The Dutch Lions looking to use their depth here today as they continue to make substitutes. The Miami Heat, certainly a factor here this afternoon. A lot of these players for Mejia used to playing down here. Different story for the Dutch Lions, who come from all over the world to come and play right here down in the humidity and the weather and the tropical storms of South Florida. As Steiger will end his day after taking that rifle at Juan Ruiz. So Labatt will come on. They'll shift around in the back half now. Labatt looks like he's going to come in and play the number 9. Baltide and Valiente now on the wings, as Alvarez looks like he's going to take a more central designation here. Rivaldo Ibarra, 2 goals today for Mejia. Yasniel Martinez with 1 himself. For the Dutch Lions, both goals coming by way of Felipe Alvarez, 1 from the left foot, 1 from the right, both created off a set piece. As Mejia now looks like they're going to play with 10 men here. They have their lone substitute warming up on the far side of the pitch right now. The man with the difference right now on the 3rd goal, that's their captain, Yanciel Crespo. He makes his way off. His boots off on the far side. And hobbling clearly on the far side of the pitch. Into the 82nd minute now, Mejia trying to put the finishing touches on what looks like it's going to be their first victory on the season. Ibarra stands over the ball. He'll rifle this one in towards goal. Serdinsky has to leap up off the 1 hop and make the stop. Now quickly shows off the arm strength. Over to Damian Baltide. Cuts inside. Baltide now to Valiente. Antolines running onto it. Antolines will send this one forward, and that one's touched back towards Matthew Antolines. He takes it down out of the air. Ibarra coming over to guard him here. Now taken by Fabio Podball. Headed along. Granados chasing after it. Granados has come down to play that wing side. Playing is almost like a wing back here. As the Dutch Lions have dropped only 3 in the back. Van Dijk coming over to try to play chase. Now Van Dijk coming in. No whistle, play on, says our referee here. This one run on now. Here by Esteban Dominguez, and a nice tackle by Podmal. as Podmal does his best job to keep it away from the goal mouth of Serdinsky. Ibarra taking his sweet time to get over there. The head referee taking note of that as we see the substitute come in here. Magia FC making their lone substitution of the match right now. This one skips away, and Kogwa will clear it out to Lucas Labatt, who turns and tries to find some space and immediately taken off the ball. It's Enrique Gomez who comes in wearing number 15 for Mejia. As Gomez will replace Yanciel Crespo, who certainly did his job here today. This one just kind of flung at and kicked away. Taken on the hop. Here's Alec. As Granados now whips this one in, and this one cleared away. Taken here by Ibarra. Actually does a nice job there at letting it roll past him. Podmal shifts. And along to Alvarez. He wants his boys to move up here. Needs intensity out of them as Mejia just continuously throttling whoever was on the ball. And that one sent into an offside position. Kogwa caught off. Felipe Alvarez trying to shake something off. Alec Bravo also there in the back did a good job at pushing the ball forward as Podmal will reach on, and that little bump will be a whistle against the German. Coaching staff from Mejia wants a booking on Podmal. As they send this to the far side of the pitch. Good ball movement here by Mejia, who are just trying to drain the clock out right now and try to push the Dutch Lions down into last place in the Sunshine Conference. Mejia trying to get their first win of the season and move their record to 1-4. The Dutch Lions would drop to 1-4 on the season if this result continues to hold. Bravo sees space, is attacking forward, avoids the tackle here. The center back, Alec Bravo, trying to do it himself, and he'll draw the penalty in a similar area to where Felipe Alvarez scored the second goal for the Dutch Lions. Van Dijk will stand over it. Alvarez as well. Nico Kogwa has come back to be the third option here. No booking, however, as another player for Mejia seems to be cramping out there. More gamesmanship here for Mejia. Although with the humidity and with the amount of minutes that these players have played here today, I'm not surprised that players are beginning to cramp at these later stages in the contest. Oscar Gonzalez trying to lead Mejia to their first win on the season. Juan Ruiz working on the wall here as Alvarez and Van Dijk stand over it. We saw it earlier. Both players fully capable of netting one from this distance. A little farther out. Van Dijk adjusts it. A must-score situation right now for the Dutch Lions. A six-man wall here for Mejia. Stood over by Alvarez and Van Dijk. Van Dijk thought about it. Now it's going to be Alvarez who sends this in towards goal and punched away there by Ruiz instead of being caught. So it allows Van Dijk to pick it up. Van Dijk moving forward here with pace. Van Dijk getting into a scoring opportunity, or trying to at least center into a scoring lane there, and just unable to get it as he is visibly shaken up on the far side of the pitch. Van Dyke down. Van Dyke down in a scary situation. Juan Ruiz is signaling over to Thomas Van Dyke. Van Dyke holding his arm in a scary situation here right now on the pitch. Players huddled all around the Dutch international. As we've cut away from it right now, we'll try to keep you updated on what's happening down there on the pitch. Van Dyke remaining down here. It was interesting. Van Dyke, a really tough player. He went down almost immediately. And you saw Juan Ruiz, the goaltender, who has been very vocal today, start saying to the referees, start calling, hey, listen, we need the trainer out here right now. We need the trainer out here right now. Coach Rob Stoutenberg out there as well. Peter Wenzel has joined them. Two Magia players standing over Van Dyke as well, who's up and talking with or he's not up, but he is now made his way over, and the athletic training is down on the ground with him. He has moved his right arm and launched his upper body up as he's nodding his head right now. Certainly alert with the trainer. Couldn't tell if it was his arm or his leg here. Nonetheless, he's going to get up. And so he's up under his own power right now. And it certainly looks to be that left arm of Thomas Van Dyke that is being favored. So it's a good sign to see Van Dyke up right now. We'll have to wait and see the extent of the injury. But at least Thomas Van Dyke is up and well. And so Van Dyke is going to be taken over to the sideline here by the athletic trainer. The athletic training staff will have a closer look at him as this game continues on. But it's good to see Van Dyke up and okay here. Hope all the best for him. It's going to be 10 minutes of added time here. So we'll be going to the bare minimum for the 100th minute. So 10 minutes for MDLFC to score 2. After all the stoppages, all the goals, the water breaks, the injuries, it has accumulated to 10 added minutes as Magia will get the free kick here. Right now, the Dutch Lions playing with just 10 men. I'm sure they're going to get a substitute in here rather soon. It looks like it's going to be William Kim over there on the far side. Kim getting on his number 15 jersey. So he'll replace Thomas Van Dyke, who comes off injured right now. Peter Wenzel taking a good look at it, as well as the athletic training staff on the far side of the pitch. Taken here by Yasniel Martinez. Ball worked forward here. Missed tackle here by Matthew Antolina. Zabara in looking for his hat trick and says dishes it out, and they score the 5th goal of the game for Magia, and that will ice it here. Rivaldo Ibarra gets his 2nd assist, 4th point on the game. And it is the reserve, the one reserve that sat on the bench all game, who came in for the injured captain Npsl Crespo. It is Carlos Fonseca who comes up and scores the goal. Enrique Gomez, who comes up and scores the goal that adds on the 5th tally for Magia. And we'll take a look. Good positioning here by Enrique Gomez, who creates that space as Ibarra had taken all the way down to the touchline, and nothing Serdinsky can do as that one is just picked, spotted, and poisoned into the corner. And Magia has now found themselves in the driver's seat here, and what is a shocking result to all. 5 goals put up by Magia FC, a team that had 1 goal in 4 games coming into the contest. Raced after and eventually headed away. Good play by Reyes defensively there. Quick start out for Granados. Player down here, trying to stretch out a cramp. Now in Labatt heads it over the wide open goal. Lucas Labatt had an opportunity there to answer. And now two players cramping. As this game will just continue to be strangled out. It's really, there's still 8 more minutes of game action, 7-8 more minutes, and the more injuries that Magia continues to press, I mean, the longer this game's going to go for them, as they have a commanding 3-goal lead. I'm kind of surprised to see them going down and cramping like that with a 3-goal margin. Nonetheless, the game continues on here in the 90th minute plus 4. Backing up, shoulder along, and taken here by Fabio Podmal. Touched in the air, raced on, and Valiente now receives that pass from Felipe Alvarez, who has the 2 goals today for the Dutch Lions. A 7-goal game here today. 5 coming by the team who started the day in dead last with a negative 14 goal differential through 4 games. Found themselves adding 3 to that, as the Dutch Lions look like they are going to fall down in the table. This one's shouldered along by Valiente. Granados cannot win the 50-50 battle as it's played through and along here by Anel Jardines. Following the midfield is William Kim, who has come on in place of the injured Thomas Van Dyke, who still is receiving treatment over there on the far side of the pitch. '90th minute plus 5 now. So 5 minutes to go, maybe 6. Stood over here by Antolinas, who drives this one in, and nothing doing there. The Dutch Lions are going to have a throw-in upcoming. William Kim on the ball, touched along here. Kogwa. That was Alvarez, actually. This one played forward into the zone, and that one will trickle wide of the cage. Labatt unable to put it on target for the 2nd consecutive time, as Labatt has struggled since coming in. He's had the opportunities to score 2 now, unable to capitalize both. He's going to be more upset about the first than the second for sure. Nonetheless, as the center forward, you want to strike for both of those. The Atlantis man, joined by his Atlantis teammate, William Kim. Kim, an Argentinian, as this one is raced out by Serdinsky, who absorbs contact there. Played out to the far sideline. Podmal on the ball. Strike this one over to Damian Baltide. Baltide will get on it, touch it forward. One-on-one situation here. Baltide finds a lane, and they score! Lucas Labatt with the big answer, and it is down to a 2-goal margin with about 5 minutes to go, as Labatt comes up and gets the goal. As he finally gets it, he'll feel much happier about today after missing that header with getting that tally. And a quick restart here by Magia. Played out of play. Magia is going to take their time there. Take a look at that Labatt goal there off the nice cross from Damian Baltide. And what a great job it was there by the Tuscola man Baltide to create that opportunity, and a well-drawn-up play that allowed Lucas Labatt to get in and get some time and space, and he does what he does best and not get this game back to a 2-goal margin. Played over the near sideline, Baltide, who's had himself an exceptional second half since overtaking Juliano Roberts, will take the ball, loses it. Bogged up the ball is Granados. Now time and space as Martinez had to step in. Ibarra, 4 points on the day, 2 goals, 2 assists. Rifles that one in Serdinsky with save number 5 on the afternoon, as Ibarra just continues to rifle kick after kick at the cage. As we approach 3 minutes now to go. The Dutch Lions have gone down without a fight. Or excuse me, with a fight at least. It's not been for a lack of effort today. Magia has just had the better scoring opportunities. They've created well thought out, well-rounded scoring chances. Created the time, created the space. The effort was just there when the scoring chances mattered. And Ibarra certainly was the author of a lot of these goal-scoring opportunities today. He's been a player that has been vocal, and they focused the offense on him for a reason. Ibarra forcing the Dutch Lions to come over there as he is just weaving in and out of defenders, and that one sent in, and the deflection from Alec Bravo finds the hands of Serdinsky, who will launch a punt 3/4 of the way down the pitch into the attacking third now. And it's a game of kickball out there. William Kim will head this one along, headed back here by Magia into an offside position now, as Ibarra is all the way up the pitch, just hobbling back right now. No rhyme or reason as that one is played through and out of play. The Dutch Lions will take over. Quick throw in here as the Dutch Lions go the other way. Whistle. They would need 2 goals in 2 minutes, would Miami, as the Miami Dutch Lions try to avoid falling in a 4th consecutive game after defeating this Mejia team by a final score of 1-0. Podmal goes up to Baltite in an onside position. Here's Baltite, who's just set up the goal to Labatt. Labatt will strike in, and that one goes over the cage. And the goalkeeper is down on the ground. You can hear Thomas Van Dyke on the far sideline going, "What are you doing?" As you can see, Juan Ruiz in a very awkward position right now. The head referee coming over and telling Ruiz, man, you only have like a minute or 2 left to try to gut this one out. Still more gamesmanship coming by way of Mejia. This one is just fired over to Ibarra. Ibarra takes it on the hop. And lost to Matthew Antolinez. It will go the way of Mejia here as we just await the final whistle. 8 goals here today at Ted Hendricks. It has just been a scoring montage. We had 3 in the first, 5 here in the second. The 3 that mattered, though, all coming by way of Mejia here in the second half. After Felipe Alvarez tied up the game at 2 apiece. Here we see an attack now by the Dutch Lions, and Kogwa centralizes that one. Now over to the near side, Damian Baltite will chip this one in towards the box, sent along. Here's Podmel, who puts it down on his foot, juggles it along, and eventually cleared away, and that will do it here. So we'll go over it. We're past the 100th minute. 90 plus 11 here today. That's what it takes. But it's Mejia who come up huge after just making 1 sub throughout the entire day. Down on the pitch, it was 95 degrees, very humid. And Thomas Van Dyke, hopefully he's okay as he'll look ahead. The Dutch Lions will as well to the game on Wednesday, which will be played here at 8 p.m. start time. Topside Agency will have that. I'll be alongside as well to bring you that coverage between Naples United and the Miami Dutch Lions. Our final score here, Mejia 5, the Dutch Lions 3. 2 goals by Felipe Alvarez, 1 by Lucas Labatt, a goal by Martinez, 2 by Ibarra. Those 2 matter the most, however, as Crespo and Gomez tallied on 2 more, and Mejia catches their first victory on the season. We have reached the midway point in the Npsl Sunshine Conference, and right now these 2 teams neck and neck in the bottom half of the table, but the season's still far from over. Once again, our final score here from Ted Hendricks, Mejia 5, the Dutch Lions 3.